Well, sometimes triathlon is a bit like buses. You wait 2 weeks for a race and then two come along at once. Just hours after we soaked up the action in Miyazaki, the World Cup season has moved on to South America for the 14th and final event of the year. We're in Brasilia for what could be a spectacular finale to 2024.
Yeah, it's a really small field, but lots of athletes that could definitely contend for the win. And number one, Rosa Tapia, just coming off the back of a win in Viña del Mar in a Triathlon Cup just last week. Gina Serranos, who won a World Championship, won a World Cup medal already this year. So plenty of women up there, as has Maria Velasquez from Colombia. She had a medal back in Wollongong at the start of the year in a World Cup.
Dominika Jamnicki may not be that far away either. She's had a good second half of the year. Eleanor Lawler, the young American, be fascinating to see how she goes this afternoon. Victoria Lopez, of course, there'll be a lot of home hopes behind her. We know how superb a swimmer she is. Great to see Tamara Gordon back in the lineup. So many injury issues over the last few years, but she's fit again now. So away we go. It looked like a pretty clean start. 25 women into Lake Paranoa under the backdrop of the famous JK Bridge in this sprint event, the final World Cup event of 2024.
I've seen Lopez do this on her own in several races. I think it was a Pan Am, it might have been under the Pan Am Champs a few years ago. So she went for it alone, like solo. She did get caught on the run, but she's quite happy to push the pace on the bike. She's a member of breakaway groups. When they have that breakaway, she's strong on the bike. She really contributes. And we know Summer Rappaport does. I'm thinking back to that race in Montreal. I think it was 2 years ago where Summer Rappaport and Taylor Knibb went off the front of the group together and managed to gap the rest of the field. So these two up front is a danger for the rest of the field. They are two athletes that will definitely get away, could get away, and are happy to do it.
And that gap is hugely significant potentially here between the top two and the rest. So Lopez leads Rappaport and the rest are still in the water. As you mentioned, this long run into T1 where they'll get on the bikes. I can imagine Rappaport's going to get close right up. There we go.
Here we get, wow, 20 seconds.
Lopez and Rappaport are going to have a two-woman breakaway here.
And it's a big gap, isn't it? It was about 20 seconds at least out of the swim.
So away they go. I've got the stopwatch on them, so when we see the chasers start, we know exactly what the gap is, but it's going to be significant.
There's Tapia. Good transition from her. Velasquez there as well. Oh, look, no, someone's bike rack's gone with them. No, that was Marina Steinhauser.
I've not seen that before.
No.
I've never seen that before.
Well, they're normally pretty heavy and hard to move.
I was 1 second out with my stopwatch. It's 23 seconds as the official gap between those two and the rest. So halfway for these two, Rappaport and Lopez. 10k down, 10k to go. Yeah, if anything then, it might have just gone out a few seconds.
Yeah, it might have gone. Getting close to that 30 is definitely holding.
28 seconds. The official gap now. If Rappaport and Lopez can keep the gap roughly where it is, trying to give Summer Rappaport nearly half a minute over 5k, tough ask.
It's a really tough ask. I think you're hoping Summer Rappaport has a really bad day if you're in that second group.
So off they come before that line. That's all fine. Rappaport will go to stand number 4. Lopez stand number 11. Hopefully those stay in place this time, those stands.
Yeah, it doesn't look there's any problems there.
Yeah, they've definitely made up some time.
About 15 seconds now, so they really pushed that last lap, the chasers.
So how much of a start are they going to give Rappaport and Lopez? It's definitely going to be double figures, but maybe not much more than that.
And Rappaport, I think, will know that gap's come down, and she's set out fast there. She can't afford to ease away into this. She knows there's going to be some fast runners coming from behind.
Yeah, already she has surged past Victoria Lopez. 13 seconds was the gap out of T2. But that's still a handy lead for Rappaport. There's Tapia with Steinhauser right behind her.
And Gorman as well, isn't it?
So there's three powerful women right there in your shot.
And Maria Velasquez from Colombia as well. She does tend to improve as the run goes on. Expect kind of a second lap for her to move through. She's not always the best at running out fast through transition. In Tongyeong, Sandra Dode ran 45 seconds faster than Summer Rappaport.
Wow.
But saying that, Summer Rappaport had been in that breakaway and been working hard, but we're in the same situation again here.
That was
Olympic distance, yeah. So, yeah, look at half of that, 22.5 seconds maybe, but it's we're in a similar situation here where Rappaport's been off the front. She's been working hard throughout the whole bike ride. Sandra Dode's been a little bit more cushioned from that, being in a pack and being one of the chasers. Guys, still over 10 seconds. It looks like it's smaller, but I think it's only come down a couple of seconds.
Yeah, the camera tends to fall short a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, Tapia's done well too, because she was dropped a little bit there, but she's managed to get her way back on. So as this course is slightly up and then slightly down, it's not massive hills, but some athletes are going to be better at running up the uphill sections, some are going to enjoy the downhills more. So it looks like Tapia has managed to get her way back onto that downhill. So Rappaport now could make a decision. She could go, right, okay, ease off the gas slightly, let them come back, and then see if she can stay with them when they get to her. Because it feels like if she keeps pushing hard at the front, then she's just going to get run down. So we may see her just ease back slightly, and then when they get to her, she might just try and sit in. But that would be the perfect time for one of these athletes to attack. They've closed that down so quick, haven't they?
Yeah, really impressive from Dode and Tapia. Eight seconds becomes nothing in the blink of an eye. So now we have three in a line. Tapia, Dode and Rappaport. Rappaport has to hang tough here if she can. Try and stay with the other two.
So these are the Steinhauser now leading. I think that is Rodriguez, isn't it? And then we've got Gorman. Wow, Summer Rappaport hasn't been able to stay with them at all. I thought she might be able to hang on. But Rappaport really struggling on this uphill section, and she's then coming under threat from those athletes behind as well. Rosa Tapia pushing it on up the hill.
Gorman trying to get away from Steinhauser. Gorman currently fourth. Yeah, she's going to get her, I think.
Wow.
But Steinhauser may not be done with either. Yeah, Rappaport starts to unravel a little bit here as Gorman goes past her and into the bronze medal position as it stands. But look at this. We can't see across to where Dode is. Well, yeah, she's definitely put distance into Dode. She's way back.
Wow, this is a great push here from Tapia. Tamara Gorman now in third position.
Yeah, massive result for her after all the issues she's had. If she could get a medal here to close out 2024, and she's looking good to do it because there's a gap now between her and Steinhauser.
Gorman's really used this uphill section of the bridge. Looks like she's moving towards Dode now.
Well, this is phenomenal from the American. Can she catch Sandra Dode and get a silver? Don't think anyone's going to catch Rosa Tapia. She is away and gone on this final lap of the run. Yeah, Dode looks like she's keeping that gap relatively stable. The last time we saw it, and that was a couple of minutes ago.
And Gorman, she can't relax either. Those athletes behind are still pushing on. Not sure that's Summer Rappaport managing to run her way back up to Gorman. A lot of lead changes on the run.
So on the uphill section, yeah, Gorman looks like she's about to come under pressure.
From Rappaport.
Yeah, so it's going to be an American battle for the bronze by the look of it. Yeah, smiling already. She knows that she's got the win locked up here. She's plotted this after coming from Vina Del Mar Absolutely no danger. And she is going to take the tape. Tapia wins, and wins by a margin.
Such a big margin, considering how close they were heading into that second lap. She's absolutely demolished the field over the second lap.
Well, we know Dode is going to come home for second. That is indeed Sandra Dode. And that is Tamara Gorman getting third, and that is her first World Cup medal for 5 years. All the injury issues she's had, that's a phenomenal performance from the American. Rappaport was fourth, and Steinhauser fifth.
A big run there from Rappaport. She's on the floor as well. She's really put everything into this race. Rodriguez from Mexico, solid result for her.
Velasquez from Colombia using her biggest weapon very effectively on the run. Just shy of an hour, by the way, the winning time. Around about 59.25 I had.
Quite a slow swim as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, 10-minute swim.
Lopez, so inside the top 10 for her.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy because there was a long time since I didn't wear the number 1 or the yellow cap. So this race was like really good for me, this opportunity. And I'm very happy to be done with the season. It was really long, really hard, but I'm glad that at the end it was a good result. There were many girls that were like helping me to push and try to get them. Unfortunately we couldn't, but I only thought of like run my best 5K, and I visualized myself like this the night before, so I'm happy it turned out well.
We saw you like doing a really, really fast second transition and then going all over it, and especially on the little hill before the second time you went on the bridge is when you saw Summer pretty close and went for it, no?
Yeah, I was getting motivated when I saw her like getting closer and closer. I mean, she's a really good runner too, so it was very hard to get her, but it worked to like be conservative like the first lap and then just like push all the way through the second lap. Yeah, just want to add thank to my coach, which is my biggest support, and my family. Thank you guys.
It's been a while since I had a podium on a World Cup. I finished fourth 2 weeks ago in Miyazaki, Japan. So yes, I'm very happy to be on the podium today. And Rosa had a very, very good run. She was very intense. So I tried to stay with her, but it was hard. So yes, I'm happy with this second place.
And at some point we saw Tamara and Summer come in. Were you looking back and trying to just save some legs for the last few meters?
Yes, I was afraid they could take my second place. So on the last K, I tried to be faster. And yes, it worked, so I'm happy.
Was it going through your mind that you could actually catch up with Victoria and Summer?
No, I wasn't thinking I could even be on the podium when I started the run. I was just thinking to stay relaxed and just do everything that I can, like that I'm in control of. And yeah, it ended up being on the podium, and yeah, I felt strong, surprisingly.
And I guess that after this season you've raced a few Continental Cups, America's Cups, back on World Cup level. What is the goal for next season?
You know, I'll just train throughout the winter and see how I do next year. I don't really have any goals right now. I'll have to make those this winter, but yeah, it just feels good to be on the podium and to be racing back at this level.
Tamara Gorman, after all the injury issues that she's had, be a big moment for her. Her first World Cup medal since 2019. Sandra Dode claiming the silver medal. Always thought if she was there or thereabouts off the bike, she was a great bet for the podium, and that's the way it turned out. But even Sandra Dode couldn't live with Rosa Tapia today. Absolutely storming performance from the Mexican. So 3 very happy women on that podium. Big moment for Tapia to round out the season with a victory.